Welcome, welcome. Hey, pre-chat here going on. Pre-stream chat. We're already on it. Thanks for hanging, you guys. I was getting trolled by not the bot. The bot was not trolling me. It was the actual Streamlabs software itself tonight giving me a hard time. It did not want to start up the stream, but I think we've managed to corral it, get past the technology barrier, and move on. I hope you guys are having a good night. I am VannKraken. You're this week, hopefully, back to multi-streamer of World of Warships Legends and PC. If we can finish out our objectives tonight, which should be very easy, we're going to actually try to do a crossover stream tomorrow night of World of Warships PC. I'm on my EU account, which is a pretty new account, and start building up some of the ships and lines in that account. I've got a bunch of commanders to respec. I've got a ship to buy where we can buy that ship, which will be the Hipper, which will be my first Tier 8 Tech Tree ship on World of Warships PC and that EU account, and then respec that commander and all that good stuff. So that's tomorrow night. So if you're around tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Mountain, and want to participate in checking out World of Warships PC, join us for that. And yeah, so as I said, I'm VannKraken. I play both versions of the game. You who are in chat here already know that. For those of you who might be jumping in new, we try to have a constructive chat around here that's based on, like Dark Architects chat, helping players learn and grow in World of Warships. And that's not just on Twitch, it's also on YouTube. Like John, Dark Architect, we are doing live streams and we're doing videos to help you guys get better at the game, pick up some tips and tricks, maybe learn something about some of the ship lines that you didn't know. I'm not the world's greatest player, but I've played enough to be dangerous, enough to have some, hopefully, tips that will help you in certain ways in getting your game improved. I'm very casual, but competitive. I want to win. I don't take losing lightly. I try my best to help my team win every single game, but if I lose, I try to focus on looking inward at my own performance about what I can do better instead of slamming my teammates. Though sometimes we get frustrated, right? We are all human. It does happen, but try to keep a community building around here that keeps things positive and is desalinating World of Warships, not making it saltier. So anyway, hey, there's a bunch of stuff going on today, you guys, a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to take a few minutes and give me your feedback on what you think is going on with all these things, what your impressions are. First off, I have my gameplay screen up for Legends, and you can see we are getting down to the end. I think you have 10 more days to start the remaining Bureau projects from, gosh, 3 or 4 months ago if you haven't started them. The most important one is Last Chance on this legendary birthday red, white, and blue campaign, which gets you some pretty cool Stars and Stripes camos for Iowa and a couple key U.S. light cruisers and heavy cruisers that I like to play. And nothing's happening. Hype. Nothing's moving on my screen. It's just the bureau that we're talking about in the background. So get that red, white, and blue campaign started. You don't have to finish it by April 12th, but you need to get it started. Let's see if I can select that now. Okay, controller is working. And then there's a bunch of other stuff going on. So we'll leave the gameplay for a second and hop over to hopefully my Twitter feed. See if that pops up and behaves itself. Because there was a bunch of announcement stuff today going on. First off, the Duca d'Aosta, which we talked about a few weeks back, is coming out now. She's an Italian light cruiser along the lines of the Trento, but a premium, fast, nimble, skinny, likely to get overpenned versus full penned. Unless you're angled a little bit, then you'll take a full pen from armor-piercing rounds. She looks awesome. I love the striping on the deck. I think that design is freaking amazing. I love the concept of these Italian cruisers, but what lets you down a bit is the gunnery. The gunnery is only 2 barrels per turret, and the firing range. I was afraid of this. It's very similar to what it is on PC, which is only 14.1 kilometers and only a 7% fire chance. So you have to work really hard getting in close to enemies that can really mess you up to to get a decent damage score in with your main battery. She does have the sea mine torpedoes, which are slow but have a 12-kilometer range. And nicely, she has a catapult fighter, but here's the rub. On the PC, you can switch that fighter over to the spotting plane, which actually boosts your main battery range significantly. Can't do that here. Cannot do that here yet until we get a spotter plane. So that's the Duca. Jump over and see if you guys have any comments. Hype, I don't have Ochakov yet. Do not. Yeah, Dark, the candy cane look. I think it's cool. I must have been a don't shoot at me Italian Air Force paradigm, right? But really quickly here, a couple other things. I'm not really investing any time in Stellar Clash. Read up on a little bit. It's just not really my jam. I am happy to see that you can earn steel playing it, which is awesome. For those of you who are pursuing it, just not my jam. And I didn't spend a lot of time studying up on it, so I can't give you a bunch of advice on it, other than I've heard play the battleship. It seems to be the tankiest and the best way to win. And then this was super interesting, you guys. Cleve, who often visits our chat, Cleve Bros, talking about this new ship, this Suzuya. I want to say Suzuya is a Mogami class cruiser, but she is the 155 millimeter Mogami setup. I was hoping this would come. I play nothing but 155 millimeter, like a light cruiser version of Mogami on PC. And she has higher rate of fire, obviously, than the 203 millimeter guns on the heavy cruiser version of Mogami, but she's basically a clone with these 155 millimeter guns, 11 kilometer torpedoes. Think kind of Japanese version of the Cleveland. Oh, I wanted to stop there super quick. Let's jump back. If you see right here, there is now a choice between defensive fire, which is an anti-aircraft consumable, and hydroacoustic. So you have to choose one or the other. You don't get to run both, but that tells you that it could be that the aircraft carriers are coming back soon. If there's a defensive fire AA boost consumable that is available on this new premium ship. And then there's also a triple bonus for Easter, triple first win bonus this Easter weekend, and some kind of cute little Easter symbol, maybe patch symbol that you can get. So lots of announcements going on. I think it's kind of exciting. Don't know what you guys think, but anyway, stoked about some of this stuff that's happening. Who is the super tester guy? Oh, Cody? Or I think Cody's streaming currently, but so anyway, yeah, lots of stuff going on, you guys. It's pretty exciting. Again, some of these ships are going to be a little bit tricky to play. Oh, you are in Super Test now too, Dark? I did not know that. Did not know that. How long has that been happening? I mean, I know Cody just got in. I did not know you were doing that. So that's awesome that you are. All right. So where we stand on campaign is we're way ahead for the week. That's why I think we're going to do a PC stream tomorrow night for a break. Oh, for 1 month. Okay. I just didn't catch that from you. That's awesome. Always been giving Cody a hard time about that. So you knew all about this probably. You've been playing this ship. There will be a debate about whether this new Japanese cruiser is as potent as Cleveland. I think her rate of fire is a little bit less, but her fire chance will be higher with her HE. Her HE should have a better alpha strike. It will be interesting because Mogami is really fun with the 155 millimeter guns on PC. Like I mentioned, I really enjoy that configuration. So Dark has a Khabarovsk video out. Let's shout out his stream information on Twitch, which I'm sure will have a link to jump over and see his YouTube page where he just posted a video on Khabarovsk. I don't know the correct Russian pronunciation, though I've heard people say it both ways. And I just want to jump in and check here real quick. We're making progress on Haba and Shimakaze. which I won't be playing for a while because I'll have no freaking idea what I'm doing. We're kind of slow cooking Shimakaze right now because I have not leveled up that second commander and I don't have a second ship. No problem, Dark. No problem at all. So, just a real quick trip to where we stand on weekly Havoc. I think we have a minimal amount of potential damage and a minimal amount of... No, I think it's just potential damage to get. So, yeah, Khabarovsk I think is going to be a really good ship until, as I said last night, she gets a few more natural predators in the game. Those predators being ships like the faster firing cruiser options like Colbert, or Colbert, Colbert. And some of the destroyers that are higher tier that are on World of Warships PC that could come over that basically have kind of knocked her off her perch of being the small, super light cruiser, run around, set people on fire in preference for some other ships that can do that effectively that also have better torpedoes than Khabarovsk has. So, anywho, we are going to jump in and let's run Siegfried. I don't have to run very many matches to get Havoc knocked out. I do want to keep working a little bit on Siegfried. We've been doing a Supercruisers theme this whole month. And we'll probably just finish that out for these last couple weeks. Marceau, I think, is another Dark. I haven't been over there enough lately. There's one of the ones that they just retired, and there's a tier 9 version of that, and I think they're Dutch ships. So there's multiple higher tier destroyers, tier 9 and tier 10, that have been basically kind of supplanting Khabarovsk. And Marceau, being one of the French options, I think is one of those. Though that one doesn't seem to be quite as favored. Holland is one of them I'm thinking of. And there's the tier 10. Totally blanking. It was the 2 million free XP ship at tier 10. Very strong, fast rate of fire DD. Again, with a lot better torpedo options than Khabarovsk has and better concealment. Yeah, Holland's one, and then it's the tier 10 that just got retired, essentially, from being a free XP ship. Or is imminently going to be retired. Sure you can remember that. Or, I don't know, if you get to see like the map of what's coming and when, that's pretty cool if you do. Or if they just tell you, hey, it's just these ships that you're going to be seeing. They probably don't want to do that to limit the exposure of what leaks out, but... Okay. So we've been running a lot of Siegfried in this Taken by Storm campaign because in your shakedown phase, you need damage inflicted, potential damage received, and ship kills. And these Supercruisers do all of that. You're going to get shot at a ton. You're going to be able to inflict good main battery damage, solid main battery damage, to really good damage depending on what tier you are, whether high or low. Kind of targets you're shooting, if there's more cruisers available, and whether you're able to use your torpedoes. And then lastly, you can get ship kills, but everyone loves shooting at Siegfried, everyone loves shooting at Azima. So you get to see the plan of when everything is coming too, huh? That's pretty amazing. But I guess once you sign that NDA, that non-disclosure agreement, then they're pretty well protected, I would guess. Thing I am working on is a little kind of quick do this, don't do that guide for Siegfried. Hype, I'm getting somewhere between, I would say between 60 and 120. Good games that I play well, I'm averaging more in this kind of 75 to 95 range on this Siegfried. And a couple key points is it's a supercruiser, right? And it looks like a battleship. It looks like it has battleship armor, but when it's against same tier ships or legendary tier ships especially, it does not have armor. Dude, don't stop there. Does not have armor that's going to hold up to stronger armor piercing shells. So you can't treat your armor as if it's battleship armor. So the first turn of the match that you make is really, really, really critical. So in this case, rather than going deep into A, I'm going to try to make an arcing turn out in front of A, where I'm not going to get immediately exposed, hopefully, to any broadside fire. That's kind of rule number one, speaking of Kavros, and we know we're in a legendary tier game, right? That's rule number one. Don't treat your armor like it's battleship armor. Treat it like it is cruiser armor, 100%. I already see someone's aiming at us. We're using Hipper, which is a Azure Lane cruiser commander, because I love having that ingenious icon, which tells us how many ships are targeting us. So the second thing is, I shoot mostly AP out of this ship. Almost all AP out of this ship. Very little HE. And my theory is, with only 6 turrets and a lower than, say, British battleship by far, like 15% lower fire chance than, say, a British battleship, I really think that using AP as your primary ammo choice is the way to go. And I've been getting significantly good overall damage doing that. I'm gonna hit an island here. So I stick really to AP nearly exclusively. And then the last factor, yeah, we can go in. I think these guys are looking at A a little bit. Though, gosh, we lost. Is that our battleship that went over there? Already died. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably turn out. I don't want to get focused by all 3 of these ships. This Hipper is making a play that is really, really too strong in my mind. With an Amagi there, potentially showing his broadside to Amagi. So again, we talked about treat your armor like it's cruiser armor. Primarily shoot armor-piercing rounds. And then my third thing, yeah, like I said. Third thing is basically try to act like a battleship when the situations favor you. So that would be in 1v1s, or when you're high tier going against lower tier ships. That was a nice wall up on the Ochakov. Then you can act like a battleship, but only when the odds favor you, so to speak. So it's kind of a neither fish nor fowl ship. Azuma is more of a straight up cruiser. But Siegfried is interesting. She really is a true hybrid in my mind. Kaba thought we weren't paying attention. Flap. Not bad damage there. They were smart enough to turn and not get in our torpedo path. Yeah, and Dark is saying, you know, you can always switch. Absolutely. If I know I'm in a 1v1 situation versus a ship that's A, almost dead, B, a super thin skin cruiser, or C, a destroyer, then I'm going to load HE. Absolutely. As in any battleship, you will do that situationally, or in any cruiser with battleship guns, of which really this is the only ship in the game that's truly like that. You can say Amagi has, not Amagi, you can say Azuma has battleship light guns, but they're not the same as this. They're not as AP reliant. In fact, Amagi's guns are the exact opposite. I fire almost all HE out of Amagi's guns. And her rate of fire is trash, so it makes her a lot harder to play. I'm still really working on what is the best play style for me for Azuma. If I'm saying Amagi, I mean Azuma, the other super cruiser option. Amagi is a much easier ship to use, the Tier 7 battleship. Yeah, I'm headed that way. Headed that way, Hype. You're my hype coach. We are falling behind on cap points. I just want to do one little loop to see if that destroyer was going to come back out. He's not. I just don't want to get caught in a crossfire. That's the other thing you want to avoid, is crossfire situations in this ship. We might catch a little bit of it here, but it's going to be from 2 cruisers, not from 2 battleships. I'll be able to weather that easier. So Chakov is not using its really good concealment too effectively so far. Okay, now the other thing I'm keeping an eye on is the Hipper over here. I want to see if the Hipper makes a forward play or not. Hey, our other cap has done pretty well. We've killed 3 ships, pushed them back. It's even ship numbers. We just need to grab a cap. So Hype Team is completely correct on let's get some cap points going in our favor. And I probably will not shoot right now, even if I see the Ochakov, because I want to get this cap. So I'm not going to reveal myself. And if you look, I have a 11.7 detectability on this Siegfried. That's another strength that you wouldn't expect in a cruiser this large. Is actually pretty dang good concealment. So I'm just going to do a looping turn, kind of slow down a little bit. These guys didn't necessarily need to push in. So I'm going to have to try to push now and catch them in a crossfire. Odds are the Alaska is going to be dead before I can get back here, though. Let's get our guns going to the right-hand side. I'm going to put my plane up, just see if I can spot the Ochakov, or Ochakov. Ochakov is radaring me. Gonna turn just so I can evade getting reset. Okay, grab the cap. Ugh. I just wish my teammates had been a tad more patient on that push. There was a lot of time left on the clock. So, frankly, could have been a little more patient, waited for me to secure that cap and to push in. We'll probably get our potential damage right here straight away. This Hipper's going to fire torpedoes at me. And everyone is dead that quickly. Good grief. I lost my torpedo tubes at the worst time possible. Probably don't need my torpedoes on the Hipper, but I didn't want to turn around. Okay, close quarters kill. Did not want to turn around on the curve first. We're not going to win the game. Live long enough to accumulate the potential damage here that we need, hopefully, to finish out our mission. Or get close to it. And we're kind of set in a 3-ship crossfire here now. So I'm going to bow in at the Mogami. Try to spank the curve first as much as I can. My AP is good, not the world's greatest, so I'm going to aim just slightly above the armor belt on the curve first, where you can do really good damage regardless. You don't have to Citadel a German battleship to do good damage against it. Go ahead and use our damage controls. We're going to die. Ochakov's getting really... yeah, go for which ship, though. That's the thing, right? I didn't need kills. I needed potential damage, so I probably got a decent amount there. And there's 90,000 damage, even though our team just folded like a cardboard box at the end there. Again, if they had just held their push on C just a tad, I think we could have gotten that B cap and then come around the back and push simultaneously. You don't want to be one ship at a time pushing into a Hipper and a curve first, and that's kind of what looked like happened. So, but if you look at us experience points wise, we outscored all but 4 of their team, so not too bad. Yeah, Dark, sometimes just holding the flank is enough, not pushing it. there's a really good PC streamer named Mr. Gibbons, and he has a big following. Like, he usually has over 1,000 people watching his stream. He's a PC streamer, and his biggest thing is most of his teams die, and I believe this for me too. Most teams die by pushing when they don't need to push. You don't usually have to push past the middle line of the map when you have caps, unless you have such a strong advantage, like usually at least up one ship, not even numbers, and definitely not 1v2 like that Alaska just pushed in. If they could have defended, that destroyer could have stayed undetected, the Alaska kited away and just defended any push and reset that cap, then I come around the back and I'm whapping them from the back, and then they're the team that's confused about who to shoot at. As it is, we push in one at a time and die in C. I don't have a chance to get through B. Game over. So, and we lost those 2 ships really quickly at A. That was a cluster. I just started Archer, so I got started a little bit late because of my software, so I'm keeping my salt level low because honestly I'm so far ahead on the campaign right now that I don't really need to be salty. I just need to enjoy the fact that I'm almost done. So look at this, we only need 15,000 more hit points of potential damage. Yeah, so Dark hits the other key point. So basically, if the outside cap, the flanking cap, if there's 3, if they hold position and I'm in the center position, then, or even on the opposite side, if they just hold that flank and don't push it and they keep those 2 ships bottled up in the back, then I come around and hook around behind from either the B or the A cap and start cross-firing that enemy. Then they have to adjust their angle because I'll have them broadside. And if they adjust their angle to bow into me, then our team in C has broadside shots. So crossfires, like I said, in especially a ship like Siegfried or Hipper or even GK, you don't want to be in a crossfire position. You will take massive damage quickly. But we bailed them out on that one by pushing in too soon instead of just holding and letting that crossfire develop. So, but yes, it's not easy for the average player to understand. So how are you, Archer? What's your average amount of sleep? John Dark was saying the other night he was getting 5 hours on average. What is a new father getting? Are you doing any bottle feeding / not you personally breastfeeding where you have to get up and feed in the middle of the night, or is it basically where she's taking care of that? Because that obviously makes a big difference. Or you're walking around with the baby trying to get him to go to sleep. I remember that too. We did not have like the co-sleeping situation. The crib, playpen / crib was not in our room. So let's go Siegfried one more time. So we'd have to do a lot of walking around. About 5. Your breasts are killing me. Well, you should pump then. You should make sure you pump and they don't get overly swollen. That's my advice to you. So that's what the breast pump's for. And cut down on Oreos. Like me, I've been eating too many Oreos and that can actually swell your breasts as well. Hey Chiefs, what's up? How are you? How's your campaign been going? So you have your Ochaka, you're done, right? So you're just hopefully getting a good chunk of steel, right? Getting all your steel missions done. Can't remember if you were playing Stellar Clash. Looks like you can actually get steel from that. Chiefs and I had a few fun games a couple mornings ago. His team absolutely wiped my team's butt, and then I think we wound up with a pretty lopsided victory in the second game. Oh God. Okay, this is a crappy cap. So I don't like being the guy who reverses at the start of a game, but I'm not necessarily going to reverse right now, but I made a huge mistake the other morning by trying to basically go full bore and not go into this area, but just do basically U-turn out of this area. But I had to slow down because one of my neighbors got in front of me and I just got wiped right here. I took like 30,000 damage from 2 shots, 2 ship salvos in the first minute, and then I had to play defensive the whole rest of the game. So let's let one of these guys push forward. and maybe get some spotting, or maybe be the rabbit that gets shot at first. Oh, the Atago's smart. Doesn't look like he's gonna go where he's gonna get hit. He's got a nipple tweak from the beautiful lady next to me. So see, you have a lactation consultant then, is what it sounds like. Yeah, that was all, it's all very memorable, even though it was a while back. Steel is a long-term thing, Dark. Absolutely, right? It's a dream, not a reality. I have 15 steel, I think. I'm not really playing for steel, and I don't play enough right now to focus on blowing out the campaigns too early, or worrying about going for a lot of steel. So I've just been having more fun playing this week because I did get a chance to get on a few times in the morning and again get some of these games busted out so I could have more fun during the streams. 275, that's way better than me. Can we catch the Cleveland before he can get going? US cruisers don't get up and go as fast as British cruisers, but if you put the propulsion mod on there, it can go relatively quickly. Yeah, our DD got an early kill. Oh, so Chiefs, I'm excited. I went over that at the top of the stream, showed the video. So if you like cruisers, if you like the Mogami, if you have the Atago, it's basically the 155 millimeter gun option that you can run on Mogami when you're on PC, because you get a choice of either gun. Obviously, the module pass, the upgrade pass on PC are really more, I just say, detailed than they are on Legends. And that was the same thing for tanks too. You could run more armor and and more gun combinations on PC than you could on World of Tanks console, and it's kind of the same thing on Legends. So I've always run the 155 millimeter guns on Mogami on PC. So basically it's giving that option to us, which is really, really cool, and I am excited about it as well. So is this Cleveland going to back up? No? Is he going to make that turn? Guess we won't see immediately. So yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Really cool and fun. I like Mogami, I just don't have a ton of time to play it, because I've been working on grinding other lines. I'll be running Algerie again tonight, trying to get to Charles Martel. Charles Martel is not getting enough love in Legends. I don't see that many people playing it. I think the French line, just because I'm so used to it, the kiting, the mobility, the run and gun open water play style, you don't really play French cruisers statically behind an island like you do a US cruiser in a lot of cases. So I think there's quite a few people who probably have skipped so far the French cruiser line, and Charles Martel is actually one of my favorite cruisers on World of Warships PC. Your buddy doesn't love this Charles Martel. Yeah, I mean, if you like open water play and you're decently good at kiting chiefs, it's really, really annoying to play against, because it is just super mobile and you can dodge shots really, really well. And actually the tier 9 and tier 10 French cruisers are not as effective as Charles Martel at doing that, and they are really fragile. You don't want to get hit in the Martel either, but the two upper ships are more fragile tier for tier, and I prefer the Charles Martel of all the French cruisers. It's my favorite besides de Grasse. So, oh, just got your KGV. Sweet, that is a good boat. That is a very good boat. That's one of my favorite British battleships on PC. I have not done that line yet. I need to invest in that line in Legends. Where did the Cleveland go? So you don't have to worry about him torping us, eh? Kurfürst is running. Alright, so we've got inside support here from our Massachusetts. Yami is sitting way the heck back. Taking it, the cruiser, the Cleveland, is behind this island. So let's get our guns rotated to the right side and push forward. KGV is amazing. Quad turret battleships are lovely. Absolutely. And she's 3 turrets. She's got the back turret, so more firepower than the Frenchies. And versatile. Versatile with, if you don't want to think, you just shoot HE. It's obviously devastating fire chance. Really annoying to play against. But the AP in those high-tier British battleships is completely underrated. You get a broadside cruiser target, even if you're in close to a battleship, another battleship, shoot AP at broadsides, and you will be rewarded. Yeah, and see, Vanguard... Vanguard's kind of like not super popular on PC, and Monarch is a complete piece of doo-doo on PC, so actually quite surprised that those ships are doing so well on Legends. Okay, where is he? What? Okay, Siegfried going central. That's interesting. Take your fat cruiser and a skinny channel there. And don't go evergreen. Where is this Cleveland? Oh, is he dead? No. I don't know how he slipped out. Do the Conqueror after you finish your Yamato. Yeah, I mean, Cleve Bro, who's on chat a lot, is fantastic at the Conqueror. Dark Architect, also very good at the Conqueror. There he is. Okay, I don't want to push straight into all these dudes. I don't want to push straight into legendary tier battleships, multiple of them. So we're going to kite away. And just kind of hedge our bets here. See who might be turning their guns on us. Do a visual check. Those guys aren't yet. Yamato looks like he is. He has really slow turrets. And we have the Kerr first to deal with too. So if I push in any closer, I'm definitely going to be showing broadside to somebody. I don't really want to be giving up broadside to any of these legendary tier boats. So we're just going to circle around. Oop. And we got Siegfried coming out. It's a signal. Dude, you're going to get torped, Massachusetts, in a huge way if you go forward. It's kind of funny, but people forget that Siegfried has torpedoes. Look at that, we bounced. Okay. Let's see if we can... This guy's just kind of making my life more difficult. If I push straight in here, I'm going to be given full broadside. And this, again, we don't need to push straight in. I'm actually going to get the flock out of here a little bit. We're drawing two ships worth of attention right now. And I don't want to do what I just said my teammates did in the last game, which is push in when I don't really need to yet. They're all coming back to defend. Even ship numbers right now. Our Massachusetts is in a really bad spot. If that Kerr first went AFK. Come on. JB is going to maybe give a little bit of broadside. Who's shooting at me? Okay, far enough away now where I'm going to make a turn back in again. JB's shooting at me now. Ugh. Showing way too much broadside here, folks. Come on. Let's get the Jean Bart. Definitely going to get my 15,000 potential damage. Only good news is that they're a little bit fixated on our legendary tier ships. 6 guns is kind of tough sometimes. 170k in Massachusetts, Dark? That's awesome. It's a ship that I would like to be playing more. Come on, guys. Another reason I can't push this position is because my teammates are just hanging back. Okay, I hate that when you go to a different view and it screws up your rudder. So we're not going to fire. And it looks like her first is not AFK. They're just playing in a very interesting manner. Thought I could chunk some superstructure damage on the Jean Bart here, but maybe I should have gone HE. I just keep bouncing. What are you two doing? Damage output on the last 3 or 4 salvos has not been where it should be. Yeah, you need the battleships that have decided to completely lay off. I can totally get it. And this is where you just don't want to make that push unless you know that you're going to get support. This match is just partly my shooting. I'm a little bit scattered because I've got so many legendary target or enemies that have the potential to target me, so I'm just being a little bit skittish. Not really aiming as well as I could be. This Yami player has been super standoff. Okay, let's wait for all of our guns to come around before we fire. Well, I wouldn't say I'm hanging behind hype, if that's what you mean, because I'm actually way ahead of my teammates in flanking. Okay, that's what we want, is those reliable 2,500 per shell hits on the superstructure. Probably should have used some HE on that Jean Bart. But I've had 2 to 3 ships firing at me. So at least I'm drawing fire, even if I haven't been doing a ton of damage. Yeah, if you look at my map position, I wouldn't say I'm behind my teammates. I'd say I'm actually out in front of my teammates. I'm just out in front of them from a flanking position. Kind of want to look at who that is on the other side shooting at me, but then again, I want to help them get this Kerr first out. They're obviously having a really hard time doing anything to him. Okay, finally. Oh god, we're actually winning. We are going to pull this out. So I would say, even though this hasn't been a high damage game, what we did do was basically bait a lot of fire away from those 2 battleships and help them survive longer. That last kill was critical for team score. And we got our potential damage, so we are done. Done, done, done. D-U-N. Well, Darkman, that's kind of just... That's playing like a support ship, right? And that's where Siegfried doesn't feel like a support ship because she's so chunky. She just feels battleship all the way. But you can see in legendary tier game, we finished middle of the pack. And that was 3 legendaries per side. And that was with some really crappy shooting on my part. And some ammo choices where I probably should have gone to HE on that Jean Bart when he was staying pretty angled and bow into me. That was me being a little bit stuck in my choice there. But I'm happy with that. Good game by the Kagero. It got us off to a really good start with that early DD kill on the Udachi. That's the difference in the match right there, is top finish and bottom finish. If you have the DD that outplays the other DD in the first 2 minutes like that, very, very good chance you're going to win. Oh, that's okay, Hype. I mean, it was looking at the map, I was not in kind of a typical position being so far up but out on the flank. So that's just kind of flank harassment as a cruiser. Shoot, get some broadside chunking damage, draw fire, and then stop firing your guns. So you've basically made those battleships turn their turrets on you. Take that time, especially in some of these legendary tier ships like the Yamato. It takes forever to turn their turrets. As soon as they're dialed in on you, stop firing. Let them have to make the decision to go back and shoot at the targets they can see, and then rinse and repeat. Then you open fire again. Great ships for doing that are the Japanese cruisers, because they have low detectability, they set people on fire, they harass like crazy. So Mogami, this new ship, not the Suzuki. What the hell was it? Suzuya? Help me, Dark. Suzuya? And even Asma to a degree. It's just Asma's rate of fire is so damn slow, you can fire once and then they can get their turrets on you, and that's about all you can get is one round off. One salvo off. Alright. So we got our win. We are finished. So let's jump over to Algerie. And then might do a Cleveland game because we're close to getting Cleveland fully kitted out, all the modules. Cleveland is becoming a beast as I'm getting her upgraded. We've been going full bore and using triple boosters, which I normally don't do outside of a campaign. So I really want to move this ship along. And oh, it's triple first win bonus, right? So we're 91,000. Yeah, so if there's any time that you want to use your boosters on a ship that you're grinding to get modules done or to progress to the next tier, it's a night like tonight and the rest of this weekend where you get your ×3 bonus. This is the best time to grind your line ships. Well, and you can obviously earn a bunch of silver too. So what ship are you grinding now, Hype Teen? You have all the Russians, so you're to Chapayev. And did you grind the destroyers as well? I think you were. So what is the top tier Russian destroyer? Is it a Tashkent? Suzuya. I'm going to write that out in block letters. Suzuya. Hey, MP. I think you said that the last time you were on, or the time for that you have all you had only one left to go. That's fantastic, man. That's a lot of work. I was close to that at one point on PC before they added a bunch more lines. But I do have, like, you get collector badges, which are cool on PC. So on PC, you have all your patches, and then they have what are called insignia as well. So the insignia are for, they still go in the middle of your patch, but they're like metallic, and they're for cruiser average scores over a certain level, battleship average scores over a certain level, etc., etc. So you have, and they get more and more ornate as you get better and better at each type of ship. Is it Obi Swift in my game? No. Someone I don't know. And then the other thing is by nation, you also get badges. So wins in German ships, American ships, each line, if you get a certain number of top finishes in that country's ships, then you get a badge that's national oriented. So you can display those insignia badges opposite or in replacement of your kind of sewn patch badges. So it's pretty cool. And some of the ones that you can get are collector icons for how many ships you've collected. I think it's over 50, over 100, over 250. And I want to say there was one for people that had collected everything, which was really neat. Suzuya. Hype, you need to give me English lessons, man. Japanese to English translation. Okay, we're not low tier. That is fantastic. The last couple days, I've been low tier, like every single time I play in most of my games. Then you forget, oh, I can be a little more aggressive in this game because I'm not low tier. This Bayern is doing what I didn't want to do in Siegfried, and it's getting caught out in the middle, getting focus fired when you can't quickly get out of that situation because you're slow-ish and chunky. He just took a little bit deep of a route. He's probably continuing to fire his guns. Huge mistake I made when I was an early player was when I was in trouble, I'd just keep firing until I was dead. But there's a time when it just makes sense to stop firing, go dark, get out of the area, and reposition in a more favorable spot. You don't need to keep firing, and that's especially true in cruisers, because you won't survive in cruisers. And you keep yourself exposed, or in destroyers for that matter. Yeah, got one. Do Godzilla in honor of the... So is that a real promotion or a fake promotion? You may know that question, Dark. Is the Kong versus Godzilla real or fake? I'm assuming it's real because the movie's coming out. Active amount of salt flowing on that, on the Twitter announcement. MP's been playing for 2 years. Just about as long. Well, that's longer than full release, right? So you're probably beta. Though it kind of sucks when you play an alpha or beta and your ships get completely reset. Yes, I could be switching to armor piercing. I'm going to do that. Because there's 2 targets to shoot at that are broadside here. Oh, we need to get angled away from this corner. We have battleships coming. Let's throw some torpedoes out this direction. We have long-range torpedoes, 3 per side, which is one of the hallmarks of the French cruisers, and they're faster than the Italian torpedoes, which is a good thing. And we're going to use our speed boost. Become shiftier. We were talking about Charles Martel. Charles Martel on paper isn't the swiftest boat, nor are all the French cruisers, but when you... Ouch. That's what happens when you're 3/4 angled and you get hit by battleship armor piercing. Much more likely to get citadel than if you're full broadside. My mistake. But I was saying that this speed boost, the engine boost on the French cruisers is really what makes them sing from a mobility perspective. And oh look, there are torpedoes. At least make that Fiji dance a little bit. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah. That's so fun. That is the best thing ever. Now he's bow on, so we can go back to high explosive. If we make ourselves a pretty difficult target to hit, maybe these battleships will give up on shooting at us. Oh, Fiji died. Damn it. We were probably going to get him on that salvo. Who got him? We nearly killed him with that torpedo. Got 2 kills, Hype? Yeah, I've gotten 2 kills before a couple times. It's a mini Kraken. It's like a 2/5 Kraken. You want the Kong ship, Cheese? Yeah, I don't know if it's real or not. I mean, it seems like it's real. Again, I'm just not 100% sure. They were trolling the PC side with a fake aircraft carrier, but they were also doing Kong versus Godzilla, so I don't think they would have done 2 fake things. They normally only do 1. So my guess is that it's true. And obviously there is a movie to tie into. I don't think they'd be able to use the movie tie-in, obviously, without a true partnership on that. Okay. We are spotted. We have to be careful from blind fire over the hill there. We are not doing great as a team. Down on points, down on ships. Ugh. Okay, let's shoot some torpedoes in the gap. Hard overturn. They saw the Fiji get torped, so it doesn't look like they want any of that. I just find the Algerie a lot more maneuverable than the La Galissonière. I actually much prefer the Algerie to the La Gal.
Engine boost deactivated.
Taking a little bit of damage there, but we're taking fire from 3 ships now, and only took 1 salvo. Do have to watch this Ragnarok though. Okay, we might stop firing here. We got 3 people targeting us. Just gonna go dark. Go dark detect. Now we see our detection symbol drop. We could still get blind fire. Yeah, that was fired before we blinked out. And now this is where I just want to watch their guns. I'm just gonna see when this guy gets bored of pointing at open ocean. Oh, we got spotted by another ship though. Damn it. So if we're spotted when we're in spotting range, and I'll go ahead and fire. But I'm going to now kind of angle away, kite away from the Ragnarok. French cruisers are really bad at losing steering gear. So if you have any option in module or commander skill protection to protect steering gears, it's a good thing to take. We're basically still trying to kite the New Mexico and the Ragnarok at the same time. Hold my gun lock button down. Do a little moving and shaking here, and we lost our steering gear again. One more fire on the Ragnarok, he's probably dead. So I think we have a skill where we retain a little bit of steering, but it is reduced. So let's stop firing, hope we can break detection. Give me the dark, yeah, go on dark detect. When you're too busy or too lazy to say dark architect, just say dark detect. Okay, our steering gears are back. Let's hit our speed boost, get shiftier. We know that this guy is going to draw fire most likely. Experienced player will still shoot at us anyway because we're showing broadside and we're low health. But a lot of times your players are just going to shoot at the nearest ship, especially if it's a broadside battleship. It's an easy target. Not getting a lot of help from teammates here. This London is nearly full health and he's just hanging in the back. DD. Come on, we killed that guy yet? Killed that Ragnarok yet? No, negative. What is this London doing? You're full health, dude. You have good heal, right? I do not own that boat. I know it's a premium, but I bet it has a pretty damn good British cruiser heal. Yeah, and that's about all she wrote. We'd really love to spot the New Orleans right now, but I don't think we're going to get a spot if he doesn't fire. New Orleans has pretty good base concealment, base detection. Less than 11 kilometers. could throw some torpedoes out that way, just in case that destroyer tries to follow us. Oh crap. Do we have to kill the Ragnarok? We're gonna get killed by somebody here, right? This guy has no reason to be alive. No reason to live, as Randy Newman once said. I can't continue on that inward path right now. I just don't have the health. Okay, let's load AP for the New Orleans. Hopefully we can get vision on him. We're going to be living dangerously here because we're going to be showing broadside ourselves. He's bow in, unfortunately. Can't do a ton of damage to him bow in. It's going to be a kiting duel. See if we can set him on fire. Okay, if he's going to angle in. Good God. Lucky shot. No, now he's back to bow in. London, what are you doing, dude? Now we're gonna die. Dang.
The ship is on fire.
Now the London's gonna go broadside to the New Orleans, which is a quick death. We gambled in using our damage control. New Orleans does set fires really, really well. And that's going to be it for game. Game's almost over anyway. We're down 954. Oh my gosh. I was going to drink my coffee. I'm still alive. Whose armor is bad? The London? When you're full broadside, it's probably terrible. Especially to a boat like New Orleans, which has awesome armor-piercing rounds. I don't know how I'm still alive. Okay. Let's load armor piercing, see if we can get off one more salvo. Game was over. How did that Ragnarok live? He only needed to be hit once. He only needed to be hit once. And he got second place. He must have gotten some good damage in that initial battle for the A cap. But then he just hung there back behind the rock. I don't get it. Yeah, it was almost coffee for the win, and then I got denied my coffee. All right, we got 4,000 XP for that. God, if we got our triple bonus, that would have been sweet. Let's run this puppy again. Again, love these French cruisers. I'll say there's a few ships on World of Warships PC that I've been in the top 50 on the North American server. A couple of them were the very low tier, like the tier 4, tier 5 French cruisers. Another one is de Grasse, and another one is Nuremberg, and another one is Helena. So Helena, I think, I was top 100. Someday when we get access to stats, the API released where someone can build a website to bring in the stats for Legends, which I really hope will happen. There's a great page called World of Warships Stats and Numbers, and you can slice and dice your statistics all kinds of cool ways and see the best performing ships and nations, and it's an awesome site. Calculate something called your WTR, I think, which is it's basically a regression type equation of your damage, your spotting, your potential damage, your kills, all your contribution, and gives you rolled up into one score, which also used to be something they called Win 8 on World of Tanks. So it's kind of all of your statistics represented by one overall score that ranked you versus other players. And yeah, there's some salt that comes with showing statistics and stat shaming, and stat shaming is optional. You can turn off your stats in World of Tanks and World of Warships PC. So I just let people turn their stats off if they don't want to show them. But for those of us that like to compete and like to see improvement, cause and effect in the things we do and how we play, it'd be really awesome if we could see our stats just from a personal improvement standpoint, if nothing else. Oops, still have armor piercing loaded, but look at that. We dropped German superstructure. It's not super thick armor wise, so we dropped 3,600 damage on that Tirpitz from almost 14 kilometers. Though I'd rather go for fire right now. Yikes. Let's hit the speed boost. We don't want to be as easy a target for these guys right now. Okay. So if you're playing in a HE shooting cruiser and you see a battleship take torpedoes, that's your cue to get it on fire, especially if it took more than one torpedo, because there is a good likelihood that he had a flood. So if he had to fix his flood and now we can set him on fire, our fire will burn for the full duration of his damage control party recharge. So unfortunately it got behind the island. What about the Odin here? Got fired on the wrong side. You're gonna hop on ships for a bit, Dark? Alright, well thanks for coming by, as always. Or play along. One day we'll all be on a cross-play system. Won't that be nice? I see you, Odin. I'm trying to turn. I did manage to turn. Fire torpedoes this way, just in case the Tirpitz decides to come in on us. He got a good salvo on us. We did not turn away from him fast enough. Credit to him. Last game we were lucky to be top tier. This game we are not. Okay, well we got our fire on him, but we got it on him a little bit too late. Now we're protected by the island, so we're really just getting... Yeah, we're getting targeted by the Odin most likely. So we're going to try to pitch in on him. Now no one is targeting us, so again I'm going to show broadside to the Odin just because I don't think he's looking at us. And these guys are behind the island. Hey Goat! How are you, my friend? Okay, Hype, you're taking off too. No problem. Have a great one. Hope you have a good weekend. You must have got up a little earlier today. Oh goodness, we don't want to turn. Let's, we're going to execute a full turn here. I'm going to look to the left, get my turrets turning by holding down my left trigger, which is my gun lock button in my controller configuration. Tirpitz is kind of standing off. Vladivostok is standing off. Let's save our torpedoes for a second until we see which way they're going to commit to going. Ah, lost my aim there. Lost me aimer. Okay, kill the DD. That's good. Can't come too close into this area with those two battleships sitting there. What is the Vladivostok doing? Tirpitz is moving away. Looks like they're both kind of hanging out behind the island. I'm not going to torp yet. If they were taking a push stance, then I would torp those push lanes. We might get some good shots in here without getting detected. Half of that Vladivostok has to be behind the island for us to not get detected. Okay, he looks like he might be coming now. So let's do this. We're going to fire off 3 on one side. We are going to flip around to the other side and launch our other 3 torpedoes. This will kind of be in a crisscross pattern. Kind of double our chances to get some torpedo hits, and then we want the Vladivostok to get focused on this battleship that's near him. So now we're gonna hazard opening fire at the HE. Ah, he's He's looking at us. He wants to look at us. So we're going to actually turn into him right now. We're going to get skinny. Seems suicidal, but sometimes it's not what they expect, is to get skinny and tougher to hit. If my battleships show up right now, they'll be able to kill him. Maybe we'll get a torpedo hit, but it looks like he's going to evade. Come on, battleships. Okay, he's looking away. Now we're going to make our turn. Oh, we snuck the kill in. Awesome. Okay. Sometimes you just have to take that bow in position, be a real skinny target to hit, and as long as you have support and their attention's divided like that, you can survive it. Hey, Chalky, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, I just missed the Benson. This team is showing up. Our damage total, of course, is a lot lower than the last game, where we were high tier and pulled 90,000. This kill would help. Come on. Killing that high tier ship is going to help a lot for my XP. God, not leading him enough. One more shot. Just lining the bottom of my aimer right up on him. Damn it, he got behind the island. Hope you're doing well, Chalky. We are working on Algerie, trying to get to Charles Martel, which is kind of one of my priorities right now. I really like the French cruiser line. I've been slow to get working on it versus some of the other lines. I don't know why. Probably because I had the Charles Martel that I bought pretty early on, and that satisfies a lot of my yearnings to play French cruisers, and she's one of my favorite ships in the game. Okay, Benson's dead, so don't need to keep looking there. Hey, Bussy, good morning. Yeah, I'm kiting my butt off right now. Getting my workout, my thumb workout from kiting. Too bad it doesn't exercise any of the rest of my body. So yeah, so I think we'll see. We'll see how this this winds up doing. It is a triple XP or triple multiplier first win bonus weekend for the Easter weekend here. So take full advantage of that. This Iowa is going to be totally focused on these guys close to him. So we might get a little bit of damage here if he doesn't die from these torps. If. Yeah, best laid plans there. Where is the DD? Okay, we have a battleship in our cap, so I'm not going to worry about the DD trying to go cap us. And their other ship is way on the other side, so we're going to have to turn back. You maxed out Pensacola for your Dallas and New Orleans. I like all those ships. I'm grinding Pensacola for the third time on PC right now on my EU account. That is a tough ship stock. But in the right circumstances, man, she is deadly. Her guns are amazing. It's just that her armor is not, right? And her turrets are slow. But she certainly gets it done with regard to that AP ammunition. Okay, where is this DD? There's torpedoes going that way, so he must be over here somewhere. I just hit my sonar just because I don't want to get torp going around a corner. I mean, if you've got your sonar available, you don't want to die not using it. Kind of like you've ever watched Survivor and you get voted off and you have the immunity idol in your pocket. You don't use it. See that far away? Okay. So their cruiser is also over there. Let's just double check what it is. It's a Fiji. Oh, geez Louise. Are you kidding me? That's the Fiji smoke. That is the damn Fiji smoke. We need this lightning kill. Come on. Yes!
bigger boat.
Take it. Another high tier kill. We've got 2. Which I don't have to tell you guys. You all know it sucks, right, to be low tier from a competition perspective. But I always try to look at the bright side, and the bright side is you get a lot more experience when you damage higher tier ships than your ship's tier and when you kill them. So some of your best experience point games are going to be when you're low tier. You guys, I'm sure, know that already. But it's important to keep in mind and not get too bummed. We're going to have a broadside shot on that Fiji. Don't get too bummed about being low tier. Just play smarter. Been playing a lot of Siegfried lately. Had a low tier, legendary tier game tonight. When I first started playing Siegfried, I probably would have died in the first 4 or 5 minutes. But I've learned if it's a legendary tier match in a Siegfried, you are a second line cruiser. You are nothing like a battleship, which you can act like when you're at same tier or high tier. So you really have to alter your behavior. And I will be more standoffish in a ship like this. Stay further back, hold fire, go dark when I need to break detection, and have ships retarget on a different target than me when I am low tier. Going to miss using it. Armor is a bit paper thin and not going to miss its 1 minute 180 degree turret turn for sure. Do you have to sell it, Bussy, for credits? Because I wound up using it. Gosh, I used it in Arena a little bit, and man, it's just brutal on those Nürnbergs that everyone was running. Chalky says Synop handles well even in tier 7 games. Definitely some ships up tier really, really well. Yeah, Dark, let's do that for sure. What tier do you want to run? So let's check out the results table. So again, we're low tier, and there was only 2 tier 6s, so I'm just fine with finishing 6th. 1454 base XP, which gets us 8724 with the booster we had on and the triple win bonus. So loving it. Loving that daily win bonus of 200%. And we needed about 91,000 for the 2 games we played. And now we're down to 78. So we took out 13,000 of experience points in 2 games on our way towards Charles Martel. I always have crossplay on for sure. Tier 8, okay. You mean legendary tier? Oh, tier 6. Like, the screen's a little far away. I've been looking at screens too long today. Tier 6. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go crazy and run a destroyer, which you guys never see me play because I am not a great destroyer player. I'm going to admit that straight up. But it is triple win bonus night. So, and I am not far from lightning in this ship. Look at that. I am really close. 8,600. Okay, so tier 6, you got a ship selected, Dark? Anybody else? Okay, you ready? Go 3, 2, 1, and go. So 3, 2, 1, and go. One of my absolute favorite things, new features of late, has been the installation of that stat panel you can bring up, which is the H key on PC, and it's the 3 little lines button on, or right-hand central button on my Xbox controller. I can't say what it is for PS4, but I love that you can bring up your stats in the middle of a match, because I'm not good at memorizing all of my 2 key stats on destroyers, which are the torpedo range and the concealment range, right? I want to know how I can stealth tort. Say hi to anybody over on the YouTube side. Chalky got in. Let's see. Should have said if we... Countdown, you can't kill me. You have to be nice to me. Destroyer. I'm not sure what your screen name is, Chalky, if your gamer tag's the same. Okay. Took your Synop. So are you Holy Crusader? Okay, hopefully I won't have to sink you either. This is not my favorite cap. Let's see, we've got 3 DDs.
Thank you.
I'm not going to get overly greedy on capping.
Attention.
I'm going to try to help with spotting initially. Oh, okay, Holy Crusader. I see you then. I don't see you yet, but I see you on the rosters. Well, good luck. And here, just a quick check. I'm pretty sure I know this one. 55 and 87. 8.7 torpedo range. All right, the question is, can we shoot this gap without getting spotted? These are the things I just don't have completely dialed in as an occasional destroyer player. The things that I don't have to think about in other ships, I have to think about in DDs. Oh my, it's a party in A. Definite party in the A cap. Okay, we're just gonna skirt this area a little bit. Support our friendlies. Looks like one of their DDs is really low health already and out. Give a well played to our teammate. Eliminating the enemy destroyers early is a huge boost, obviously.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Okay, doesn't look like our torpedoes hit pay dirt. But one way we can get a huge XP boost, whether we're killing anything in a destroyer, is to hop in and participate in capping. So I definitely will get a little boost by helping out with capping. One of the most frustrating things ever you would see in ranked is the DD that doesn't run with the rest of the team, only plays for themselves, and your team loses, but they get first place because they wind up capping a few caps. Seems invariably like that would happen. Though I missed both the ranked sprints, I'm totally bummed because ranked sprint is like the only rank that I like from my past life on PC. So I was bummed I missed it. And you didn't get the star, right? For being the top finisher on the losing team. More XP for killing destroyers, absolutely. I think it's a kind of a function of what is the base amount of hit points from that ship and maybe ship class. You would probably know that better than me, Dark, whether the ship class factors in or it's just that you're getting damage on a ship that has a lower base hit point amount. So it's more like a ratio of damage to total health of that ship. That's why you can have a low damage total, but you did really well at targeting destroyers. Just kind of why, as a streamer and someone who's making YouTube content, I just don't go trying to get the highest score games I can get, because I think it's a little bit of a misnomer at times that just because you have a game that's a high scoring game doesn't mean it's a game that really was super useful for your team if you didn't shoot at the right stuff. Because you can get a high damage game that's just a bunch of damage at the end of a game when it doesn't matter, shooting battleships. And again, just raw damage score, raw damage output doesn't always tell you the whole story. Hey, New York, Ann Eppington, percentage based. Yep, that sounds right. Percentage of total XP or health pool of that ship. And you should be shooting at destroyers preferentially whenever you can in any type of ship. And that's something that took me a while to figure out. As a battleship player, for instance, I played a lot of battleships early on in my PC career. Like, why would I be trying to shoot at destroyers from, 10 or 12 kilometers away? You can't do that much damage to them, but actually it's a tremendous boost to that destroyer that's knife fighting against another destroyer to even get 1 or 2 hits. They have low health anyway. Hit them for 1,000 or 2,000 damage. And if it keeps your destroyer alive because they won the knife fight, all the better. Oh, you're the G-Wagon on Tears? I think that was a good game for you guys, right? Tears shows up very yellow on my screen because I play in colorblind mode. So, Cody, you've been wiped out, makes fun of me because of Tears of the Mustard. And that is the long-standing name for that map from PC is Tears of the... Well, actually, Tears of the Players is what a lot of people called it because a lot of people don't like that map. And then there's another game mode called Epicenter, which I don't know if we'll ever get it. It's basically big circles in the center of the map instead of domination caps. And basically you get more points for getting inside the concentric rings. The further you get in, you win the different zones. So I personally like Epicenter, but tons of people hate it, and I guess I'm kind of weird that I like Epicenter. To me, it just offers more variety. Hey, Samuel. Maybe Epicenter will be one of the new maps we get in the next update. Yeah, so Epicenter basically can be played on various maps that we already have. It's a map variant of existing maps. But yeah, it'd be cool if we got some of the actual maps we don't have. Shatter is a one that I get all the time that we don't have yet. That's a higher tier map. That would be one that I could see them putting in. Central cluster of islands basically in a cross shape. So similar to this map, but different orientation of the islands and a big scrum usually over who can own that center of the map. Could definitely see that one come about. And then obviously there's a few more we don't have. Ocean's a fun one, just the blank water, no islands at all. Okay, we need to kind of be careful here. I'd like to get Torps out on the Colorado. He's within my striking range now. Let's see. Is he turning? No. I love these single fire torpedoes on British destroyers. Love them, love them, love them. So much fun. Let's smoke up. And fire at the Nevny. Okay, I thought someone else was spotting for us. Apparently not. So while we have a little bit of smoke, you know what? I'm not going to fire at the Colorado because I don't want him to think that we fired torpedoes at him. But I probably need to get out of the smoke because the Nevny's probably going to be torping my smoke. And I'm sitting sideways towards the Nevny, which is not smart. Gotta remember my destroyer things. So let's get out of dodge. We fired a pretty tight cluster of torpedoes there, and he just turned out of that. We're doing well as a team. Points-wise, since we have 2 caps to 1, I don't want to blow this by dying in a foolish manner. get those other 3 torpedoes off. Is Epicenter the one they had for a short while during the Yamato test? Dark said yes, and yes it was. So it's been here. It can be programmed, obviously. I wouldn't mind seeing it. But again, you've got this big contingent of people that hate Epicenter. And then there's this really bad weather effect, the old style weather effect called Cyclone. I am not a fan of that because it completely blacks out vision. Oh crap. You little sucker. He's going to get me for 1. Or the Trento. Gosh, stupid sea mine. Wasn't anticipating that. He fired at the smoke a long time ago. Okay, be smart. Don't exact immediate revenge. Shoot, did I smoke up in front of my teammate? I may have. Hey, Cody, thank you for the host. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I was just talking about you making fun of me with tears of the mustard. Man who makes fun of people with disabilities like myself. Just kidding. How are you? Much mustard. Yeah, we had that map earlier. We did have that map earlier. Oh my gosh. Come on now. Nevny must die on this salvo. Come on. Ugh. I'd be sitting so pretty right now if I didn't eat that torpedo like a potato. Oh crap. Break detection. Come on. Let's just try to get a swath of torpedoes out. Didn't have time to really check all of their bearings. You're very despicable. You're a very despicable train hobbyist. Okay. Since it's 2 caps to 2, we still have the initiative with regard to the point total. So, especially... Hey, there's a hit. Especially with 830 hit points, we're just going to be conservative now. Oh, crap. Come on! Yeah! I did not expect him to come that way. Let's hopefully hope he did not get torpedoes off. Ooh, okay, we need smoke. I'm dead. Oh, how do we have only 2 ships alive? You buy another train set from 1979 and still factory sealed. That's cool. What did you get this time? I'm going to PC stream tomorrow, Cody. Chalky, so your curse follows. Did you have bad luck on the other? You were on the other cap, weren't you? You got a kill. Good job. Now our team just needs to survive. We're going to take a 3rd cap. We have a points lead, so they're up a ship, but in this case, we're going to maintain at least a 2 cap lead, so we just need to have at least 1 ship survive for the next 2 minutes. Minute, actually. Yeah, your team wasn't great. I just completely blundered into an Italian torpedo. They didn't really outplay me. I just outplayed myself. But this may be the game that I actually get to the lightning. We'll see. Let's jet over to this other side of the map for 45 seconds. You may not have gotten much support on that other side. Their destroyers completely went into A hard and basically refused to get out before they died. So I'm a little smarter than that now in destroyers. I know hanging around from an intimidation standpoint, from an area denial standpoint, from a spotting perspective is all more important than winning that first cap that you go into. So 15 seconds. Looks like we're going to pull the win. Southern Pacific freight set for wiped. 3-dome Gulf tank car, like Gulf Oil. I used to have a Gulf Oil sticker on my trash can in my room when I was a kid. I had all these different stickers on it, and I don't know why that sticks out. They had a very distinct logo. Colorado is shooting HE in Atlanta that was angled at long range. Yeah, that's not a bad idea if you're in a Colorado shooting in Atlanta when you're close up, because you'll probably overpen them if they're broadside to you. It's hard to pen them, but if they're angled, yeah, you should be shooting armor piercing all the way. $88.20. Wound up in 3rd place. Not bad, we'll take it. Again, I'm not really so much a DD player. I'm trying to learn. I just have not been playing a lot of them lately. I had a good spell where I was doing more DDs because I said I'm gonna put in more work there, and we did unlock the lightning. Sweet. I have enough credits to buy it. Send it to direct message on Discord. Well, I'm in a game, dude. I just got out of a game. I'm wrapping up here. Let me get into Discord. Let me jump to the appropriate screen. Tell me if I don't switch back off. So hopefully you guys can see monitor 2. Yeah, did you have like a retro box made with your picture on it? Like I said, that's pretty sweet. Is that from the last set, or is that the new one? No, that's the last one. Wow, that's cool. So that's the tank car there. Cool. And that's a double engine set too. Pretty cool, man. Where are you gonna? So you're moving? Are you moving from California to Texas? Is that what I was getting? Windev? Or was that someone else saying that? That's a cool box. Rumor has it it's worth more with the box, right? Lots of people moving to Texas. Lots of people moving to Idaho, my state. We're one of the fastest growing states in the United States right now. So is that a family move, or not changing school, are you? All right. Hey, we got the lightning unlocked. Yeah, you said that. That's cool. So family and work. Okay. Well, Texas is a booming place. Just don't move to Houston in a flood zone, right? Good God, they have built too many houses in areas of California and Texas where they shouldn't, where they know there's ecological problems doing so. All right, let's just buy the lightning. What the heck? I think we have the credits to do it. I've been wanting this boat for a while. I have this boat on PC, I believe, but I have not played it a whole lot. So, not going to outfit it right now, but that has been a long-term project. Made it to the top of 2 destroyer lines. MP Call was saying he has every tech tree ship in the Legends game. Envious of that, but we now have made it all the way up the line in 2 destroyer lines. Yeah, I have quite a few credits because I've just been through all these campaign grinds, or when I'm just playing any premiums I like for fun, I've just been starting to throw double boosters on it. And it accumulates. And I save the triple boosters on credits for the campaigns. So let's do Cleveland, because Cleveland is another one where I think I'm pretty close to having all the modules bought. Oh, cool. I can unlock it. Actually, I can unlock it from the last game that I played. Holy crap. I didn't realize... Okay. That's artillery damage. Okay. I was going to say, not a range enhancement. I already got that. Let's play a game in Cleveland anyway. Can definitely do a countdown, Chalky. Do you want to do a tier 7 game? Been trying to play a couple games of Cleveland each week lately and been getting more used to her. Ship with such a varied history on PC. She was a tier 6 ship. Was really strong at tier 6, though when I first started playing I was bad at her because I was a brand new player. Remember playing her even in AI battles and getting worked over. Tell me when you're ready, Chalky, or you guys are ready in general for a tier 7 countdown. Sweet. Oh, you got the America camo? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I got that. I should check that. Nope. I did not get that camo. Okay, you're ready to go. So we'll count down on 3. Actually, I don't need this double booster anymore. Let's take that guy off. If I have California, I should have it. Yeah, it should show up there though, shouldn't it? I do have California. Kind of weird. Or do I have to hit this button? Oh, duh. I know how to play this game. I forget that you have to actually go and hit it to see it. Okay, let's do that. Hey, thanks you guys. Look at me. We're going to do tier 7. But I'm playing Cleveland, so the exclusion I get to play, like clan battles on PC or the big tournament battles, is I get to call a ship ban, and I'm ship banning any battleship for you. Though you might play Havoc. Oh, well, that would be legendary tier. Tell me when you're ready, Dark. So now my Cleveland looks like my Helena. And maybe one day like my Iowa if I ever get there. I am not past New Mexico. That is a ship I should play next because I think I am pretty close. Okay, you guys are ready? All right. Let's see. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, maybe we should bust out New Mexico next. Gosh, we should play Gneisenau. I'm thinking of all these ships I should play because it really helps for the XP boost. Well, I've had 2 good games in it. I played it twice this week, Samuel. I'll probably have a crap game now on stream. But I had 2 really, really good games, like 120,000 damage, 3 kills, top or top 2 finish. Just one of them was on Greece, and I got dug in that central section on Greece, even in a legendary tier game, and I just went to town. I love Greece for cruisers. It's my favorite map. Iowa has an overmatchable citadel. So is that, someone was saying, maybe it was RU Aaron, talking about potential like stealth nerf on Iowa, but was that a, that was gunnery maybe. That was gunnery related. And I don't know if he had it actually confirmed it or if it was just a suspicion. Okay. If I want to play super risky, I go like right to that island I'm pointing my cursor at or over here. But if it doesn't work out, if you don't get support, you die quickly. You can die quickly, same as here, especially with 3 DDs where you can get spotted pretty easily. So I'm going to go support the sea cap because this island straight ahead is a favorite spot in a cruiser with high arcing guns. You can really get dug in behind that island too. Oh, Bussy snuck in. He's quiet in chat, and he snuck in Massachusetts on the other side. Gotta watch out for that guy. Now, Cleveland is such a high gun arc, I really do need to get used to it. I don't lead enough. Look at that. Oh, I got one. It really is a high arcing shot. That smoke the destroyer laid down is going to help me get shots in on the Bismarck before I get behind the island, which is great. Usually I would have to hold fire here, unless I wanted to be spotted at. So now we're just going to dive here, and we're going to play the, as long as half my boat isn't sticking out behind this little peak of the island, I won't get spotted. Bismarck may be eating torps. Let's move up a little bit. Uh-oh. Thought I was moving and I'm not. He's shooting HE though, isn't he? Thank you for shooting HE, Mr. Bismarck. Let's push up. I want to work on the Bismarck first, and I'm going to save my radar because we may need the radar to dig out the destroyer that's in sea. Can we get over the island here? Gotta love those gun arcs. Let's put the Shimakaze under duress. Should be shooting at the Shimakaze. Okay, now we're just gonna kind of sashay back to the other side. This is why you don't want your battleships going on the side where there's a little icon that says no battleships, like a signpost in the ground, because that Bismarck is basically not in the game until he clears this gap. So you're just taking your guns out of the game for so long if there's not an opposing force that takes that same wide route. Feel the full firepower of this Cleveland on your broadside, Bismarck. Aiming just above the armor belt. Uh-oh. See someone else. Oh, let's look at the B cap. Okay, he's behind the island. So Bismarck, still don't know if he's been able to fire. Plus he says he's in short range brawler, so stay away. I think we're about the same range, so that would be a fair fight. Aha! I see you, Shimakaze! Oh man, how did that miss? Well, we're making the Shimakaze sweat. If nothing else. Can't keep him spotted any longer. So we'll switch off to the battleship. I think Massachusetts does not have superstellar superstructure armor, which makes it a tough play against a cruiser that has HE spam capability. French battleships have the exact same problem. We don't need to support the Bismarck that's all the way off on his own, honestly. Oops. He'll support himself. Okay, Shimakaze's been pinned up. Ugh. Hey boats, how's it going? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm kind of dialed in. We're trying to deal with the Shimakaze, so now that the battleship is dead, let's head towards the shimmy. Oh, he's gonna get... Oh my, really? He's gonna sneak through the gap. And our gun arcs are just not favorable enough. We're a little slow, a little behind him. So let's push and support. Am I running EOP? I think I am. I think I turned it back on. Scott is the commander for all of my U.S. cruisers, essentially. Since I don't have Shelly Beepley. I had it turned off for a while, but Cleve Bro was like, you should turn EOP back on. Because there was the change, if you guys remember, that EOP basically really nerfed your fire chance. But if you have a ship that has enough barrels, you still have a good enough chance of setting fires, even at a lower chance, right? Oh, I didn't even know you were in this game, Darkitect. I had no idea. We all got in, almost.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, where's the Shimakaze? Need to spot that guy at. Let's see. Now I still have 2 Shimakazes alive. Our Z-23 is low health. Probably don't want to be going shooting that gap in a battleship right now. Alright, let's leave this cap and try to work on these battleships. We'll mop up destroyers, hopefully. Though we need to work on getting the B cap back. Oh, you're in the Iowa too? Up here? Oh, okay, I think I see ya. Okay, so New York. You're the same, if that's the NY. Same moniker. Let me get up behind you. I'm gonna try to get some cover here because I'm drawing fire from the Amagi. Dude, we had a good pull that time in a countdown. You did a good job surviving that torpedo attack from Dark Architect. Okay, we'll hang here. I have the Amagi in range for a while, and we can fire from stealth here behind the hill. It's a good situation. And you're in a Chakov. Good God, yeah, you are. That was a crazy drop we had. Good grief. Okay, I'll hold this position. Just need a fire. Come on. I guess we've got one. One more would be good. One of the destroyers is off to our right. Okay, he's out. I'm gonna right hook. Hopefully it's New York. Wish we could underline the nickname portion of your name that you wanted to be called. And I'm the worst, especially when I'm tired at pronouncing people's names for the first few times on stream. Gosh, one night I was tired and I was so bad I looked the next day on Twitch and saw who had followed when I write out thank yous to people that follow to show on a few streams down the road. I'm like, let's call this guy something, and it was obviously Naughty Dog, and I completely potatoed it. I'm bad. Okay, so we're gonna watch the corner. Yeah, we know they're probably sitting here torping this corner, so let's throw a little bit of early warning on torpedoes out. That we have the matching camo. Okay, so we pretty much knew where those guys are hanging. One of them is in C. C cap's turning. And the other is probably in this gap here. Yeah. So let's maneuver these torps. And then let's see if we can paint these guys with the radar. Okay. There's one. Got it steering. Get out of the cap. Oh yeah. It's fun killing destroyers in Helena or Cleveland from a distance. That wasn't too far off. That was sub 10 kilometers, but it's awesome when you get them from like 15 kilometers out by very lucky chance. You had 500 health. Nice. Wow, awesome game, dude. Great game. 4 achievements. We needed a mission going where you needed a couple achievements and you would have nailed everything. So here's just the point we were making on the Bismarck, you guys. The Bismarck wasn't AFK, but he got such a low score from an experience points perspective just because he tried to go all the way around the edge of the map. Now, from Chalky's perspective, like, I have not a problem with a cruiser taking a lower experience point total like that if you're in a position to be spotting. And you just have to be careful in Ochakov in a legendary tier game because it's a very fragile ship. Tough to play, has to be in the right position. So Ochakov not scoring high makes complete sense. Bismarck not scoring middle of the pack or higher is pretty sad. And it's because taking that super wide route behind those islands blocks you out from firing at anything for so long. Dark did well on Otago on a team that struggled. And Bussy, I'm sorry, man. That wasn't fair. We were dug in. You lost your support because a couple of those guys kind of suicided in front of you. So that was tough. That was tough. Been legit doing what, crap today, yesterday, and the day before. It runs in streaks, guys. Totally runs in streaks. You know, that's how it works out. Some weeks I have awesome weeks all the way through. Other weeks it's just day after day. I'm low tier and my teams really struggle. In this case, I'm in Cleveland, another 80,000 plus game. It's lower than my damage total in the last few Cleveland games, but I'm happy with that. I just didn't play it too aggressively. We didn't get out where the BBs could shoot at us too easily. Yeah, it's just a matter of... So my thing is refocusing my attention when I'm in bad losing streaks, and I don't focus it on the loss itself. I try to say, what did I do from an individual play perspective that supported my team? How did I do? Could I have done things differently if my team lost? But if it was just basically we got steamrolled as a team, I just don't try to take that personally. I try to look at my individual play. Because no one goes through these fits and worries when you're winning all the time, right? It's just these streaks where you have a lot of losses. And it happens in World of Warships, just like it happened in World of Tanks. It used to drive me completely insane and make me really upset. And then I just got to a point where it was like, I just have to focus on what I'm doing, how I did. If I did really well and my team had a horrible time, or if my team folds, I at least get as much damage and contribution as I can to get some experience points on my ship, then I can live with that. There are still games, obviously, that are super frustrating, but I'm better at managing that stress and frustration which is why I think I've been playing this game so long. And now you're starting to see, like I said the other night, the Legends folks who've been playing for a year or 2 years and didn't play PC before getting all frustrated with the game. It's repetitive, the matchmaking sucks, etc., etc., etc. My teams suck. I mean, Reddit is all about the blue team does not support me over and over and over and over. And yeah, that's the nature of the game when you're in a losing streak. That's going to happen to you 50% of the time in this game. So you have to draw other things that make you happy about what you're doing in this game when you're not winning. Because unfortunately, I strive to win every game, but winning is not everything in this game. It can't be, or it will drive you crazy and you just need to find something else to play or take a break. Sorry, I'm rambling. Yeah, tier 7 again is fine. Let me see really quick if there's anything else tier 7 that I need to grind. I don't think so, but we can do another tier 7. Certainly. Let me run Baltimore. I like Baltimore too. Actually, let me look on the other side here really quick. You know what? I have run Hipper so little. Let's run Hipper. Oh, because it's triple booster. It's triple first win bonus, and I need to do modules. Okay. Yeah, MP, show me where the blue team touched you is true. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. And God, wait until aircraft carriers come and they're in standard mode and they're properly powered. I mean, it's just going to open the floodgates for a lot of other frustration. I mean, for people who don't like CV play, but can live with it. Yeah, I have less than 3,000 too, Chalky. So, hey, Modern Day, how are you? Going well? The stream is going well. Decent teams tonight on my side, not everybody on the other side who's in chat. We've been doing countdowns. So we're counting down on the Twitch side. We're going to do a tier 7 drop. Are you guys ready? You ready, Dark? Yeah, Chalk, yeah, I've had that too. I mean, I hover between like 60 and 61%, and I'm at 60 right now because I had a few really bad days. But you can get it back. You can definitely get it back. Playing some more divisions, right? That helps. Okay, guys, Dark's ready. We're going to count down. I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. It's just the nature of the beast. And I think, you know, not everybody has probably the personality or the temperament to play this game all the time just because of, you know, the poor teammate woes. It was the same with World of Tanks. World of Tanks got progressively more salty. I hope that doesn't happen with this game. But that's kind of what seems to be happening on Reddit and to some degree on the Discord, is that in the beginning, everyone's in discovery mode. This is new. It's all fun. It's all new. We're learning this together. I haven't played very much, so I'm not worried about losing because I'm not playing as well as I know I'll play when I have more experience. And then time goes by. People get better at the game. New players keep coming in. There's no skill-based matchmaking. People are unlocking legendary ships through things like the Bureau without having to grind lines up. You have horrific teammates, especially in high-tier matches, and it sucks. I hate to tell you, it's not going away anytime soon. So, NY has 7,500 battles. Thoroughly studied almost every mechanic in the game. Frustrated me when people don't take the time to learn it. That is the honest truth, is that those of us who are on streams, those of us who participate on the Discord, on the forums, all that good stuff, we are the ones who are going to be the most frustrated by the players who just jump in and play randomly, right? And standard battles are properly named on PC. They are called random battles. And I think they renamed it because it takes some grief on PC that you wind up with a bunch of random players who don't necessarily care all that much. And I'm a super competitive person. I've said it before on stream that, like, I don't really enjoy playing board games and stuff with my family because I'm not the best loser, honestly. So it's been a good growth experience playing a lot of wargaming games, just because I've had to find other ways to satisfy, you know, winning. That winning isn't always winning in a traditional sense. It's improving. I probably want to have AP loaded when I'm going against a broadside Cleveland. But yeah, it's definitely a game that's not always going to go your way. And it may not go your way for weeks at a time. You know, it's funny you say that, MP, because I did not play DDs hardly at all in my first 2,000 games. I still don't play them all that much. And coming off of playing tanks, where I knew your performance really affected your team, and I hung out on some sites like Watt Labs and stuff where people were really aggro about performance. So I just avoided DDs like the plague until I knew I could contribute to some degree to my team. And I mean, I played a DD game on stream tonight. I don't necessarily like doing that too much because I can't talk and DD with nearly the level of confidence that I can talk in Cruiser or talk in Battleship. But I'm getting better, slowly getting better. But yeah, DDs move at a much faster pace. Your situational awareness is way more key. And you can really F up your team because destroyer play is so critical. Especially when it's like a one destroyer game. And you potato out you have to win that first cap. You're going to stick in that cap until you die. I mean, which is obviously not the way to play a destroyer, but so many people do, right? Who's that? Dark Architect in the Monarch, going silent. Going silent, I think hitting me from across the map. I think that was you who touched me. So how have you been modern day? What are you working on? Are you working on the campaign, and you playing stellar battles at all? Stellar, but maybe not so stellar. Just stellar from a celestial sense. I know they haven't been super popular. Get off me, Monarch! Damn, that Monarch set me on fire. I'm gonna have to repay that if I can. This ship is not upgraded. It does not have the hull upgrade. You can tell it turns like a pig. You should be shooting AP at me. I'm broadside to you. Man, you can tell when this ship is not upgraded with regard to turning circle and rudder shift. Okay, there's one little bit of payback. Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna run into this island in front of John, who's just gonna wipe me out. Okay, we are gonna kite Dark Architect. Don't bother shooting at me, I'm skinny. Now he's shooting, looks like he's shooting AP. This is the real deal. Really on the fence between getting an Otago and a Prince Eugen with some of my free XP. My global XP, I should say. I like the Prince Eugen and the Hipper on PC. I've not played it enough, gotten it upgraded over here, so I know I'm not feeling this ship at its ultimate potential because it's real sluggish without the hull upgrade. Maybe you said look who is in the game. I didn't even check. I was bad. Anybody else make it in? Seaworthy Samuel is on Armogami. And Bussy is on Okchavgen. Okay. Ochakov. I think Dark is still backing up. Ugh, we're showing more side than we want to, so let's do something about that. Try to just execute a turn in the opposite direction from what would be expected. Sometimes kiting away is not the ticket. Sometimes kiting towards is the ticket. Most likely the Cleveland is going to target that battleship that's stuck. Oh my gosh, I am totally potato. Didn't even notice the Roma. Bussy's over here too. So let's see how tanky this ship is. It's supposed to be notoriously tanky. The Roma fired, so let's try to execute a turn. Again, if we had our rudder shift upgrade, we would be dancing right now with maneuverability. Oh, that torp run worked out really well. Roma probably should have started going back forward again. Need a fire. It's one thing about the German cruisers, man. You get in close within 6 kilometers and they have really good torpedo output. Another thing that makes the Siegfried sneaky good. Okay, didn't get the kill, but we got the bulk of the damage on that ship. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Find out how good Ochaka is shooting AP at me is right about now. See that tiny citadel, very narrow citadel in action, right? Now, Bussy is smart, did not come immediately into cap where he'd be in torpedo range. So that was the correct play. Switching ammo now that I'm angled, which is good. Just the bummer with Ochakov is you only have 8 barrels instead of what is usually 12. 9 to 12 on a Russian cruiser. Alright, well your team has the initiative. This modern day says French battleship line is what he's working on. I know you were a battleship player, and yeah, USA battleships. Come on, Samuel. Let's work this out. We do have 2 caps. We want to try to stay alive. Where's that other destroyer? And Ochakov has 8-kilometer torpedoes, I believe, so we have to be cognizant of that. Can actually outrange us with her torpedoes.
The ship is on fire.
Not getting much armor-piercing penetration here. Ochakov is doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is mainly taking...
The ship is on fire.
overpens. We know the torpedoes are coming.
Torpedoes to port.
Oh, do I have the rudder shift? The rudder shift is painful. Oh, who's that guy? Oh, New York, you're on the other side in the Gascon. Dang. Getting spotted at by the destroyer or something. Modern day, I haven't been playing as much Battleship, but I've been playing more lately, actually. Samuel, where is that DD? It's got to be around here somewhere, 'cause I am spotted. I'm getting a plane up. Bussy, you did awesome there in Ochakov. Honestly, that's about the best I've seen Ochakov played in close quarters. Just being 100% honest with you, not just flattering, because most people potato hard when that ship goes into a cap like that, and you did really well. I am going to hit an island here. Probably going to die on this last salvo. You came so close, like within inches of getting me with that last torpedo as well. Let's see, maybe we can out-kite the Cleveland. Never a bad idea to signal who you want focus fire on. Cleveland's gun arcs are going to be more difficult to work with at 14 kilometers than mine are. German gun arcs are a lot flatter, so I do have the advantage, though he's got a huge hit point advantage on me. He's going to stop. You also got Kaba, Chalky. Just check out Dark Architect, just did a nice post of a game on his YouTube channel. If you guys are not following VannKraken Gaming or Dark Architect 18 on YouTube, we would love it if you would. I don't self-promote much, but do release videos over there. I'm not doing all videos for experienced players. Some are for new players or people just interested in the game. Just really want to help people get their feet under them in this game and enjoy playing and hopefully build our population up. But it's a lot of work to do YouTube stuff, finding that out. Sometimes it's a lot of work for not a lot of followage, but one day, hopefully it will be kicking in and more appreciated. All right, NY, New York, I'm just like giving you the chance. Nyan, got me. Good shot. We know we're going to be losing that game. And that's where I'm just not going to run for the rest of the game. I'm going to try to deal some kind of damage. Nice shot. You've played that Gascon a few games. And again, you can just run and go dark and let the rest of the game pass you by, or you can try to get a few more hits. We got a few more hits in, made it over 90,000 damage, which again is going to help with the triple XP game. It would have been even nicer if we could have gotten a win. So Gascon, that has the front mounted turrets though, right? Check out that bad boy. Ah, game ended. That is the front mounted turrets, right? Is it the 2x4 configuration? It's not my favorite. I have Jean Bart. I actually don't prefer that. Okay. I know it's got a lot of merits to it, especially for bow tanking, but I actually really like the Alsace on PC, the tier 9, which hope we get someday. Good game, Samuel. We wound up claiming the 2 top spots. Dark went out early. He got crossfired. We were picking on him. Bussy did a very good job of surviving that 1v1 encounter. That was stayed super angled. I could not get your citadel. Did not get one citadel on you. So that proves that ship's benefit, like its big brother, Smolensk on PC, is it's got such a narrow hull that most AP rounds are going to go straight through, and I couldn't seem to pen your bow. So you were 1 kill off a Kraken. Yeah, nice game. And you got Fireproof and Dreadnought, so good job managing your damage control. Cleveland wound up high XP, huh? 3,000. Pretty good games all around. Yeah, Chalky got a win. Samuel's on stream here. NY. Samuel's a really good player and a good dude. And that obviously is a tough ship. You know, Mogami played well. Atago played well. The new Suzuya, is that right? Is a ship that I think is going to be along those lines. Played well, is going to start a lot of fires. Your base detection is low. You have good concealment. So if you fire, set someone on fire. When they turn their turrets to you, go dark. Let them refocus on someone else. Rinse and repeat. It can be a really valuable way to play those ships. Oh God, look at that. I have a long way to go. That is sucky. You don't get your upgrades. So for so long on Hipper. All right, what tier do you want to play? Suzuya. Suzuya. Smack your head off a desk. Remember, this day won't come again for the next million years. What is that, getting a win? Yeah, you do have the squishy superstructure armor in any of the French battleships, which makes them really susceptible to HE fire. I think it's going to be tier 7, Bussy. And it is the 155mm kind of light cruiser configuration of Mogami, which is a ship that I have really liked a lot on PC. It's my favorite version of Mogami, so I'm excited. Excited that they brought that in. So I'll run Hipper again at 7. People want to do 7? Okay, that works. Boats is called 7. Oh, no, he's talking about the ship. But 6 or 7 would be my preferred. Or even if someone wants to run lower tier, I think I've got... Again, I think I have... well, I have Gneisenau at 6. The God... I'd run a 6. People want to run a 6. I need get the last upgrade on this ship terribly. Boats is done for the night. Okay. Then why you getting farmed by everybody? HE spam farmed. It's life in a French battleship, huh? Let's do 6. Let's do 6. Running the frustration wagon. Banter we have unlimited free banter. Probably the next 30 minutes or so. I have a relatively early soccer game to coach in the morning, so I'm not going to stay up all night. But definitely have a while left here. And yeah, Gneisenau. So tell me when you guys are ready. Have a ship picked out at tier 6. Gneisenau is I've been playing quite a bit of Siegfried, so gosh, plays kind of similarly to Siegfried, really. Okay, ready? Go on 3, 3, 2, 1, and go. I don't know if it's not a big population right now, but we've been pulling some concentrated games here from Countdowns. Probably one of the best nights on Countdowns we've had on multiple people in game, which is fun. Siegfried is a giant contradiction in why it's like, I was explaining earlier when I played it, it's like you have to play it armor-wise like it's a cruiser, but you have to play attack like you're a battleship. The only time you can act like a pure battleship is when you're top tier and you're taking on like lower tier cruisers 1v1 or some battleships 1v1. I think then you can actually play it like a battleship. But it's like it's an oxymoron, it's an enigma. Wrapped in a paradox. And I think that's why so many people struggle with it, because it doesn't resemble really... I think the closest ship in the game to it is probably this boat right here. 6 barrels, torpedoes, Obviously, it has better accuracy, and tier for tier, probably a little better damage than Gneisenau. Higher top speed, a little more maneuverable. Got the hydro. Sorry, the sonar one. But I'm starting to like Siegfried more and more. But man, if you play especially the initial part of an engagement like a battleship, you're going to get destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. So did anyone make it in my match? Okay, NY's on the other team again. Oh, it's great. You and Samuel. So Samuel will not be setting you on fire. And you are kind to at least play a Gneisenau. Yeah, MP, I've had some good flanking games in it. You're absolutely right. Earlier tonight, the one game I played in it, or maybe two. I think I played one or two. I had a really good game in a legendary tier just by flanking with it and baiting some of the legendary tier battleships into shooting at me. Again, then going dark because it's only 11.4 or so detection in my setup. So it's kind of harassing, drawing fire effectively. Get off me, Massachusetts. And then stayed on the extreme flank, but my other battleships that I was supporting were clustered together, so they were drawing more of the attention. I was running a completely different main turret angle and able to not get shot at as much because they would have had to completely readjust their turrets to get on me on the flank. So I just kind of kited them off on the flank. Even though our team didn't play great, we wound up winning. Because we got some early cap points in on Two Brothers. Uh-oh. I am broadside to the wrong damn ship. Don't see me. Do not see me. Okay. I'm going to have to play this a little smart. Sinop, I think, boats is a good tier 6 battleship as long as you don't do what I did and forget that you really need to emphasize the turret rotation, especially when it's stock. I think I did it properly on PC, and I loved it on PC, and I just had a horrific stock grind because I didn't fix the turret traverse with commander skills and a module. But it's a good boat. Hey, Hitman, how are you? Hey, best wishes to you. I know Bussy joins your stream regularly, and we were talking about your fundraiser you did for Veterans Concerns and how you raised many pounds for that effort, and super excited that you did that, and congratulations for your success with that. I was talking a lot about over the holidays this clan called Bob's, Brotherhood of Beards on PC. I follow several of their streamers a lot. Some very good people. They did this charity team stream essentially on World of Warships PC over the holidays where they just handed off one to the other. And their stream went over the holiday weekend, and they had shot for an initial goal of raising $1,500 for Save the Children. And they wound up raising over $42,000. It was insane. And thank you for the follow very much. Every follow is extremely appreciated. Again, I just check out where everyone is with regard to streaming. I don't always have time to get on during the day when other folks are streaming in your time zone. So definitely follow you back, and hopefully I can check you out live. I have a couple times. Just haven't had as much time to be on Twitch during the day lately, my time. I have 2 teenage daughters, and my wife and I own and operate our own business, so we stay pretty busy day to day. Okay, let's see if we can punish this Massachusetts with our wonky dispersion 6-barrel main batteries. Not bad. Not bad for Gneisenau. Boats, you donated to that? That's awesome. I donated to a couple of the streamers on the Bob's event. There's one guy I follow that's a genuinely good human being. There's many on that stream. TC Freer, the founder of the clan, is a very good guy. And then there's a streamer that I follow who streams 5 days a week at least, probably 8 hours. Can play ranked battles for 8 hours straight and not get salty. His name is Chaos Machine GR. And hey, Mr. Legend, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated, my friend. We're talking about a PC streamer named Chaos Machine GR, and he's Greek. He speaks pretty good English, and he's just a genuinely good guy. He's one of the guys that I subscribe to on the PC side of the game. And he's also in Bob, so donated to TC Freer for their fundraiser over the holidays, and also to Chaos Machines. And again, they had an amazing success, but here's the deal. They got a lot of support from Wargaming because multiple of them, including Chaos and TC Freer, are community contributors, and multiple other guys in their clan. So they got all these super rare ships to auction off on their Discord. So a thought for future reference, Hitman, if you do another stream like that, they had ships that had not been in the shop for eons or been sold for eons, like Missouri, among other things. And the first ship, it was actually a Benham, which is a tier 9 ship on PC, went for $900 US. And the rest of the ships were kind of like, so it goes, that same level of money raising, because it was a charity stream and people were paying insanely bidded up prices for these boats. All right, we have a little bit of problem here. We've got experienced players. We've got focused fire situation here that we don't really want to be in Gneisenau. That's mostly stock. So I'm going to kite. I'm going to show my butt to the mass. I'm going to try to get behind the island here. NY did a good job of dodging that salvo of torpedoes. Let's run away and see if we can get our last heal. So Mr. Legend, how was your stream? You streaming ships, or are you streaming Tarkov? I will get a shout out to you guys here as soon as this game is over. Thank you for the smoke, DD. I don't know how long it's going to help me. As soon as I fire, I think I'm going to be detected. Gun bloom in a battleship and smoke does not keep you concealed. Playing both. So I have to say, watching Mr. Legend play Tarkov has been one of the joys that I've ever had on Twitch, hands down. I kid you not. You were new at Tarkov. I've told this story on Superman's stream and I think Froggy's stream, but Superman and Froggy kept kind of trolling Mr. Legend on whether they were friend or foe. And I don't play first-person shooters, honestly, because I'm just not good at them. I don't have the Twitch reflexes anymore to compete well. But it was hilarious, man. Every time they'd come around a corner, you'd be, are they on my team or not? Like, I'd need a team that all has matching hats or backpacks or some kind of notable thing. Oh, Akazuki. I'm gonna have to bow into you. I'd really like to kill you. Look at that accuracy. It's grand, isn't it? Now I'm gonna get the benefits of secondaries. Okay. We spotted him just in time. Oh god, we have the Fletcher too. This is awesome. So Akazuki may have fired all his torpedoes. Does he have one more rack? I should know this. I should know this better. You know what? Let's do this. Oh crap. Why do I not have torpedoes reloaded? Are we going to be able to kite out of this area of smoke before he's reloaded with his torpedoes is the question. And let's just gamble. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Yeah, he reloaded. Damn it. Ah, could not hit damage control in time. That's really tough, man. That's tough against 2 higher tier destroyers in that amount of tight space. And they have 2 ringers on their team with NY and Samuel. If we only had 1 destroyer to deal with in that situation, I would have felt actually relatively comfortable, though Gneisenau's not the battleship you want to preferably have going up against DDs with only 6 barrels and horrific dispersion. But we probably only needed 1 main battery hit on that Akatsuki to kill him. Chalky should be sleeping. 3, yeah, so 3 racks of 3, right? And the smarter players in Japanese DDs will only shoot 1 or 2 initially, see your reaction, and then hold at least 1 rack in reserve. So, again, I don't play those boats very often, but I do know that is the technique. So let me give a few shout outs here. If anyone in my normal group does not know the links for these folks, we're going to shout out Hitman for his Twitch link. And we're going to shout out Mr. Legend. Hey, thanks for the follow. I really, really, really appreciate it. And Mr. Legend, last seen playing Escape from Tarkov. Again, NY, you need to give me a clue on what I should call you. Again, I feel bad. If it's Nyan Cat, if it's New York, if it's... What's the preferred? Nyan? Okay. I know I had one guy who I mispronounced his gamer tag and he immediately unfollowed me. Like, sorry, dude. I potato it sometimes. Well, this game was closer than I expected. We wound up with 45,000 damage, which isn't horrific in Gneisenau, but we were pretty brave taking that B-cap rush. I just was hoping that our destroyer we had over here on this side, who was with us initially, would have lived a little bit longer to kind of run interference for us, or at least be able to detect those DDs. So that wound up being a little tough. Let's follow this out just because we've got... Let's see who's still alive. Samuel is still alive. Is that correct? Whoops. Nope, you guys are dead. So I'm going to jump back to port. We are doing countdowns. Chalky got another win. You can't go to bed now. Yeah, Nyan, you were going around the opposite side, so you were kind of who I was reacting to. You had a huge hit point advantage on me, so I kind of wanted to come around and see if I could flank you from the other side. But I didn't realize I was going to run into both your destroyers there. So that was tough. We did dodge at least the Fletcher's torpedoes. Bussy and Darker in a game. All right, one of you guys pick a tier. What tier would you guys like to do? I've had a good odds at getting in the same game. Chalky's taking down energy drinks to stay up. I have the original energy drink, which is coffee. It took me about 48 years to start drinking coffee, but I drink it pretty often now. All right, any of you guys who are in port, pick a tier. We did 6, and how did that help? Oh, no. Oh, Bussy's dived with you. Cool. Bussy's probably on his PlayStation account, right? I think he said he started an Xbox account as well. Tier 5 would be great. Hold on, I just want to see where we're at on Gneisenau. Okay, that helps. I got 33,000 to get to the last upgrade, which is Engine. See, if I had that engine upgrade, you guys wouldn't have killed me in that game with those DDs, right? Whoops. Okay, tier 5 is good for me. I've got a couple things to work on there. Can work on Normandy, can work on New Mexico. Let's do New Mexico. Yeah, skulls for the Skull Throne. I remember in World of Tanks, there was people who had Skull Throne posts all the time on the original World of Tanks console forum. Can't remember which player that was. So where are we here? Oh, we're already at Colorado. Okay, that's the one I've unlocked but I haven't bought. So let's go Normandy. Let's play Normandy for the last few times before CVs come. If you guys like the French battleship line, just know in the mid-tiers, you don't see many anti-aircraft guns on here because there aren't many at all. This is one of the worst AA-rated battleships in the game. Probably one of the worst ships in the game, tier for tier. Okay, so we're doing tier 5. Yeah, you had another 4-kill game. You had Samuel. Samuel is a good player. We do pretty well when we div up. Okay, you guys are ready? Tier 5. I'm going to do a countdown on 3. 3, 2, 1, and go. I really like the French battleship line, the tech tree line. I don't play my Jean Bart as much as I should, and it's good to see Niam playing the Gascon, because I just haven't seen that played all that much. I've heard it's pretty strong. But again, my favorite ships on the PC side in this line are probably Lyon and Alsace, this tier 7, tier 9 combination. So I'll be at Lyon next, which is what the French Fuso, 16 barrels. You got it because nobody plays it. Yeah, it's rare. I don't remember seeing it very often at all. So what sets it apart from the Jean Bart? You said you've got the speed. You have the speed boost. Do you have the main battery booster as well? Which turns out being pretty helpful. Oh, so this is good. We've got a failed division on my team. Sweet. And looks like got Chalky on the other side. Chalky, I hope you're going to have another win, my friend, because, well, I have Samuel. We have to deal with our strong Isokazi teammate. Speed, maneuverability, and better penetration at range. Okay. Flandre to Legends. Yeah, that's pretty new, right, Dark? I haven't even... I just saw... I'm checking out some of the World of Warships PC news page articles today. It actually was a quite cool Bismarck. Not an article. They have articles and they have videos. There's a really cool Bismarck video that I was watching. Turn into those shells, Ismail. Ugh. Thought it was new. Okay. Armor worse than Jean Bart. 30 millimeter instead of 32 for the superstructure. Okay. I mean, that is kind of thing too with what French armor-piercing rounds at range. They're not the most robust. And obviously, armor-piercing rounds lose penetration power over distance anyway. Okay, we're going to have to accelerate. Oh, that was a good salvo. Got a Citadel on the Ismail. Ismail has pretty trashy side armor, though. Yeah, Dark, I'm getting tired too. Probably this game, maybe one more after this game, and I'm going to be signing off. But totally appreciate the raid from Mr. Legend. Appreciate the follows from Nyan, from Hitman. You guys are awesome. Pretty close to 100 follows on Twitch. Didn't think I'd probably ever get that, honestly. I am a streamer for fun, not by profession, but I just have passion for the game and helping people learn. And if I can help anybody learn a few tips and tricks and like this game as much as I do, then I'll have been victorious. Dark, we've never played against one another ever. I don't think. Which was fun. You unfortunately got severely crossfired in that one game in your Monarch. Wasn't really fair. Yeah, I thought that was the first time. Tonight the crossplay has just been popping. You've been shoot. That name sounds familiar from earlier. Let's see if we can turn. Now we're gonna load HE and turn the opposite direction. Hopefully we got him to spend some torpedoes in the wrong orientation, on the wrong plane. Okay. Let's kite away from this. Kiting just means moving away at an angle. I'm a cruiser player, I'm a cruiser main, so I use kiting as a technique in my battleships too. I am going to take torpedoes because I'm not nimble enough. The ship is not upgraded with the engine module, which I usually save for last. So that's unfortunate. We hit him pretty good though. Look at that. He's low health. So pound for pound, I think we dealt some pretty good damage on him. Hitman heading off. Hey, thank you so much. I'm gonna also get you added to my follow list, and I've got to build out my when I'm offline list with some more legend streamers, so I have not gone back and done that yet. And congrats to you on such a good following. Every time I look at your stream, you've got a great group following, so keep up the good work, and especially the charity work and just building a good name for the legends community. Awesome to get a chance to actually talk to you tonight.
Torpedoes to port.
Dark has sacrificed himself for the blood god. We barely missed the Fubuki with a full boatload of HE, which would have been glorious. Let's see if he stays spotted. Keep backing up, buddy. Nope, he's gonna reverse. So let's put this out in front of him. Now we go back to AP. I missed him. Damn it. AP to deal with the Dallas. With only one fire, we're just going to run our repair party. We're not going to use damage control party. We're basically going to try to minimize the damage that we take. We won't be able to heal it all up, but we'll minimize the cumulative damage we take. We're going to save that damage control for a second potential fire, which could be very likely given that we're up against a Dallas and some other spammy cruiser on the other side of us. Okay, whereabouts is that battleship? He's on the other side of the island. I'm going to try to hold position. I can do that with a Dallas here. Oh, he's out. I could hold position on that Dallas because he has no torpedoes. If he was a cruiser armed with torpedoes, I could not have stopped there. Oh, I know that Fubuki. I know that Fubuki. Oh. I feel bad shooting at people that are on stream. I'm not stream sniping. This ship, when it's fully upgraded, is pretty maneuverable. Hey, Modern Day, sorry if I missed you logging off. Have a great night. From the YouTube side, I reset my chat a different way so I can watch both platforms a little easier, and I'm still not completely great at it. So thank you for coming by, friend. Appreciate it. We're gonna kite away. Can you stream snipe on your own stream? Oh gosh, more Fubuki torpedoes. Ooh, look at this, though. Split the difference. Bad news is there, we were going to have to show broadside to the Ismail. Thankfully, he wasn't looking at us. Man, some of these battleships are just pigs when you don't have the engine upgrade. It really makes a big improvement in the French battleship line to have some mobility. Okay, got the B cap. We're going to have to give up the B cap potentially. I'm going to help out. We're behind ships and we are behind on points. And yeah. Okay, we're gonna do something semi-sneaky here.
Torpedoes to port.
Oh no, good torpedoes, my friend. I think you got me. I think you got me dead to rights. Good shot. And you're get another win. I thought I could get over my shoulder and get a chance at you. I know we had the clock against us, the points, and the ship numbers, especially with these guys both going to this cap. We weren't going to be able to do anything, so I thought, oh, I'll try to get you central, because the only way we had a chance at winning that game was to try to get the B cap. And that is the problem with this boat when she is not engine upgraded. She is sluggish. And boss, hey, how's it going, man? How is life? Sweden or Norway? Norway, I think. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Chalky, I just, again, it wasn't going to work out for us team-wise with the way these guys were going. They're getting totally isolated here. So it was a good call. I'd more turned to try to get just a one-time shot, since I could have killed you if I hit you with 2 rounds, I think. Sorry, boss. My bot is cranky. Is cranky. Yeah, and if you shot at me to get me to turn into them, that was smart. And again, I would have taken kind of just an eye for an eye in that situation, given that we were going to take the loss anyway. Yeah, my bot when it doesn't have coffee is very, very cranky. For certain. All right, Chalky, you're still in this, right? Is there anybody else back in port who wants to do a countdown? It was Norway. Okay, thank you. A lot of working. Things have been going well here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Got vaccinated for COVID, which actually has been kind of a weight off my shoulders. It's not perfect, obviously, but just feel a little more comfortable going out and about. And we're doing some traveling for athletics for one of my daughters, so it's nicer if you're traveling and away from home, which we're not in total lockdown here, to be vaccinated. So that's been a good thing. And just working myself and doing some Twitch and some YouTube and enjoying playing and enjoying having good conversations with folks. It's been cool. You're in port? Okay. Let's I'm gonna jump to port. Chalky's on like a 3-game winning streak. I don't want that to be at my expense again. He just is probably unstoppable for the rest of tonight. Well, you pick the tier, Dark. I have various options. Actually, I could run Leander at 5. I can run Gneisenau at 6. 7 works as well. I will run I'll run Hipper again. Okay, tell me when you are ready. Especially since this is such a long haul to get to the upgrades. Holy crap. I could really use the triple XP bonus, so let's get on the same team. If possible. We can put that in as a special request. Okay, you ready? So, ready, 3, 2, 1, and go. That was a smart play, Chalky. Very smart. Very smart. I mean, that ship fully upgraded might have been able to, well, I would have been able to make that turn sharper and probably not die. Because I probably could have taken it down to 2 torpedoes from 3 or 4. So I'd have been able to get angle back in towards you quicker. Yeah, I mean, the Japanese destroyer lines are obviously great. I'm more of a gunboat player because I've played so much more cruiser. So I've just kind of gravitated to playing more of the gunboat destroyers. I really like the British line, though. I love the single fire torpedoes. I like that they have workable guns, and I like that fast recharging break off smoke and having lots of it versus just, you know, many repetitions of it, and not just having, you know, 2 big smokes you can use in the whole game and, you know, burn someone down for a bit in that smoke like Fletcher. But honestly, I think I'm gonna like Lightning more than I like Fletcher. We'll see how it turns out. I have all these DDs that I got in Santa crates and stuff on the PC side that I just have not spent a lot of time playing, so I do still need to invest the time. And tomorrow night I will be doing a stream at 10 o'clock Mountain Time, US time, doing World of Warships PC. That's the goal for tomorrow night. So if you're interested and just want to tune in, you have questions, you want me to show you around the interface or the commander builds or anything like that, compare and contrast Legends, that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow night. I have a newish account on the EU server that I'm going to be just working on some initial build up. Building out some lines, barely at tier 8. I'm going to buy my first tier 8 tech tree ship during stream. Let's see, so looks like I got into just my own separate game this time. Be gone, Lennon. Uh-oh. Is Nyan running the Lennon? Yeah, this is my last game too, Dark. Hey, it's been awesome having everyone join in on stream tonight. A lot of fun countdowns. Not been on the winning end of as many of those as I would like to be, but we've actually had some good wins, some good XP earnings. What? Okay, I'm gonna say, you can't be shooting at me because I was not spotted. Great, we have an AFK DD. JB must have gone for his reload booster because how is he shooting so fast again? 4-win streak, Chalky, that's awesome, especially if you've been having, you know, a rough go. I can tell you that's how it was for me last week and the week before. I don't like to see the streams I do as winning is the only value, but man, I felt bad last week. I just had some bad luck, some bad teams. I had a few misplayed games on my own part, and then I had some games I played quite well, but my teams were just not there, so this week has been a little bit better. Okay. Oh crap. This Odin is going balls to the wall. I'm going to trade off and try to hit the DD. Thought he was slowing down, but he was not. Try to kite off the edge of the island in this cap here. Help work on the Odin. Oh crap, Backlin. Let's see if we can surprise him. We might be able to. Hello, Backlin. Man, need to lead him more. Let's throw some torpedoes out just in case he kites towards us. Probably won't, but you never know. Ugh, gonna be in range of these battleships here. Might get one more salvo before I have to turn out. I still, to this day, undershoot those French DDs at times. They're so fast. Okay. Let's get some fire on, hopefully distract this Bismarck. Actually, no, we've got to help on the Odin. Why is that Odin still alive? Oh, we've lost 3 ships in the middle. Well, thought of ending up with a win is fleeting. I am liking Hipper, though. He ate a torp. He's gonna eat one of those torps. Yeah, okay. Can we get a comeback? Oh, noes! This ship does have, or has a really low hit point total. I probably don't have the hull upgrade. That's part of the problem. Only 37,000 hit points for a tier 7.
Reporting the target position.
Okay, let's push the middle a little bit. There's an enemy DD and B. It looks like most of the battleships have cleared to the caps. Now look at the A cap. They've got 5 ships stacked up back there. So this might be an opportunity for us to push into B and surprise a destroyer. We have German Sonar 1, which is the best. I believe it's the longest range and the longest lasting. Oh, crap. Crap. I didn't know they were so close. Thank you for firing HE, Jean-Bart. Kind of misjudged how close they were. Figure it out quickly, though. Okay. We know we have to contend a little bit with this DD that's central. So I'm going to try to kite this Jean-Bart. AP did minimal damage. Let's see if we can get a fire. He can't overmatch my bow or stern. The only problem is I'm worried about the other Jean-Bart having a broadside on me when I bully him, and I've got the DD probably going to run torpedoes perpendicular to my path if I go in on him. So maybe I can loop back in now. It's a good idea. I need to play this more to figure out all the overmatch stuff. Guess the thing is, can I withstand fire from not just him, but the others? And look at the pig turn! Come on, turn! Yeah, that was a mistake. Alright, that was a big mistake. Now I can't really afford it. I don't have enough hit points to spend to go central. I mean, there's 3 of them there. Not gonna be able to hold up to that kind of beating, and I'm dead. So, oh well. It was a good thought, but I executed it too late, Nyan. Especially with all those guys sitting there, and there's no other ships to shoot at. That is another issue when you are in a cruiser. Shimikaze have 15 torpedoes, do 20k damage per hit, and almost always flood. Absolutely for certain. At least they're shorter range than on PC, though I think a lot of people don't play the max range. I believe it's 20-kilometer torpedoes on PC because they're a little slow. So I think they play the 12-kilometer torpedoes that are faster. We couldn't finish with a win. That's a bummer. I don't think there's anyone else in this game, so I'm going to bump out of this particular match. When your team folds and you're in a cruiser and you get focus fired, it's difficult. You just don't want to show broadside at all in that situation. So it would have been a couple more minutes of me just kiting away from those guys and trying to set them on fire. So wouldn't have been super exciting, but it would have been a little more lucrative from a damage total perspective. Still weren't going to get that triple booster of XP either. All right. I say thanks to Modern Day. Anyone on the YouTube side? And let's see how many folks we have on. See if it's worth... I don't know how long some of you guys are going to be up, if it's worth doing a raid. See if there's anyone worth raiding that might speak English. Condemn Froggy is doing a different game. Could drop in on Froggy. But let's see if there's another legend streamer that might be English speaking. Skidwax is out there. Let's go ahead and drop in on him. I know he's been streaming for quite a long time. Okay, I'm going to start this raid. Start a raid on Skidwax. I'm going to thank all of you, especially the follows. Again, Nyan still here. Hitman, who I think has moved on. But thanks you guys for coming by the stream. I really appreciate it. I will be back on tomorrow. And again, it's going to be 10 o'clock Mountain Time, but it's going to be a crossover stream on World of Warships PC. So, hey, Sam, it'll be fun to see you out there tomorrow. If there's enough people who have a PC account who want to dink around on the PC side on NA server, I could jump on there. I have 2 accounts there. But initially, I think I'm going to jump into my European account, which I'm trying to build kind of from the ground up so I can division with some folks that I've met on the EU server as well. So, again, thank you so much. Really appreciate spending some time on our stream tonight. Hope you guys have a great weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. And I am VannKraken. I am out, and we will raid Skidwax. Have a great night, everybody.
Ow, 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 ow.